Happy Monday, guys. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope everybody's doing okay at home. Remember, if you need any help with any of this, you can by all means email me or dojo me. I'll call you on the phone if you need me to. All right, so hopefully everybody's doing good, but in case you're not, please, please, please let me know. I'm here to help, okay? This week we're going to be doing time. You did a little bit of time last year with Mrs. Reeser and with Ms. Schnackle. The beginning of our time unit will be review, so you should have done some of this already. And then as we get towards the end, we're going to learn some new stuff. So for today, we're going to talk about the minute hand and the hour hand. Right now my clock is set at 12 o'clock. My hour hand, which is back there that you can barely see him hiding back there, he's on 12. And the minute hand, whenever it points straight up, we call that o'clock. It's when the time starts again from 0. And so we just use o'clock. So right now my time is 12 o'clock. As we go around the clock, we go in clockwise direction. Clockwise direction means going around the clock in the same order that we count. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until we get all the way back up to 12 again, and 1 hour has passed. So now my hour hand is pointing to 1 because it is now 1 o'clock. When I go all the way around the clock again, it will be 2 o'clock. And all the way around the clock again, it will be 3 o'clock. So every time we make that cycle all the way around the clock with the minute hand, it's a new hour. We need to be super careful when we're drawing these that we make sure the hour hand is short and the minute hand is long so that we can tell the difference between the two. Some clocks also have a second hand. That's the one you see going tick, 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 tick around the clock. Our classroom clock has one of those, and I would show you, but unfortunately our second hand is broken. It stays on number 8 all day long. So anyway, if you have a watch or you have another analog clock at home, this is called an analog clock. The kind in our classroom is an analog clock. You might have a second hand on there that you can see ticking around very quickly, and if you count with it, it should move every second. Okay, we're not going to work with second hands today. We're going to be just doing our hour and our minute hand. So on workbook page 593, they gave us a clock, but as you can see it's missing some numbers. So we're going to start out by filling in the missing numbers. So after 12 o'clock comes 1 o'clock, they gave us 2 o'clock, fill in 3 o'clock, they gave us 4, we need to write in 5, 6, they gave us 7, we're going to write in 8, they gave us 9, we're going to write in 10. So please fill in those numbers. If at any point you need to catch up with me, go ahead and pause the video so that you can make sure you fill in your workbook page so it looks like mine. The directions on this page tell us that we need to make our clock say 4 o'clock. So if we go around until we get to 4 o'clock, we can see the small hand, which is the hour hand, is pointed at 4, and the large hand, which is the minute hand, is pointed at 12. So we need to make our clock look like that. When you're making your clocks, I don't want you to worry about arrows. I know a lot of times in the book, the clock will show arrows, but sometimes when we make the arrow, it makes it really hard to make our lines straight and to make everything fit in properly. So you don't need to make the arrows. I do want you to make sure you make a nice straight arm for your clock. If you need to use a ruler, that's a great tool to use. If you are home and you don't have a ruler, you can even use just a straight piece of paper. I have a sheet of stickers here. I can use that and it will work just fine to help me make my straight line. And of course that didn't work out really well because our board picked up my other hand with the paper in it, so I'm going to put the paper down. Here we go. So I'm going to make an hour hand that goes to 4. And I'm going to make a minute hand that goes to 12. I'm going to make that minute hand go right up to the number. So you can see how my hour hand is shorter. It's just pointing to the 4. My minute hand is longer. It's going right up to the 12. And I'm going to write down my time, which is 4 o'clock. I do that by making a 4 and a colon and the 2 zeros. Okay? Whenever you see that number like that, you know that it's a time number, so 4 o'clock. We're going to turn to the next page, which is 594. I'm just going to write that at the top in case you forget. 594. On page 594, they give us some different clocks. They give us digital clocks here. Mom and Dad's alarm clock might look like this. The clock on my stove looks like this. The clock on my microwave looks like this. That's called a digital clock. Okay, this is an analog clock. These are digital clocks. And then they want us to tell what time it says. So on our first clock, we notice that the hour hand is pointed to the 9. The hour always comes first. And the minute hand is pointed up. So that's going to be o'clock, which is 2 zeros. And down here, I'm going to write 9 o'clock. I don't have to make the colon with the 2 zeros because the word o'clock is here. If I did that, it would say 9 o'clock, o'clock. And that would just sound funny. So we're just putting the 9 there. On number 2, my hour hand is pointed to 11. My minute hand is pointed straight up, so that's o'clock. And I'm going to write 11 o'clock. On the last one, our hour hand is pointed to 6. The minute hand is pointed straight up, so o'clock. And we're going to write 6 o'clock on the line. They want to know how an analog clock is similar to a number line. If you notice, the numbers all go in order, just like a number line. The values go up, just like a number line, okay? And we move in a clockwise position. On a number line, we move forward. So we would go that way, okay? Let's take a look at the next set of questions. And these might be backwards for you, I'm not sure. It looks like maybe, nope, that's it. All right, so that should be it. We didn't do the top of the page because, of course, they show us the answers and we're smarter than that, so we always skip over those. If you guys need any help with this math, please don't hesitate to have Mom or Dad send me a dojo message or an email. I'm happy to hear from you guys while we're away from each other. I really do miss you a whole lot. Good luck with your second week. Let me know if you need me. Bye-bye, guys.